Okay. Hello, hi everybody. Okay, hopefully this will be looking nice and good. Fantastic. Okay. Ugh, gotta get comfortable. Alrighty, I never get comfortable. Okay. So hello everybody, and welcome back yet again. We are going to be doing a fantastically fun, um, another deck building stream for Always Be Brewing. This is technically episode 3, but I messed up a little bit on episode 1, so this is episode 2 technically. Ooh, not what I wanted. I decided to kind of make a decision on who I wanted to build today. And I really wanted to build a Jegantha. I actually think it's gonna be pretty cool to kind of fiddle with this card. Actually, the person who gave me the idea was Logan Seraph 6. Because I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do a newer card. So I thought, why not do Jegantha? Because it's 5 colors and you can't go wrong with 5 colors. So as always, building this deck is going to be built with you guys. I am using Scryfall as my deck building tool because the lovely Scryfall is affiliated with TCG Player, which is my lovely sponsor. I love you, TCG Player. Thank you so much. And today we're gonna... Is it Jegantha? I say Jegantha. Is it Jegantha? That doesn't sound nice. I say Jegantha, but that's because I took 3 years of German, so the J is automatically a Y in my mind. Are we going to get the Oko vibes to lead our elk legend? You know, we could. We really could get some Oko vibes to lead our legend, our elk legend. So, I really would like to know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That'd be really interesting. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know. Okay, but I'm gonna keep on calling it Jegantha because that just feels right in my soul. So I want to build this with you guys today. As always, I think it's fun if we do a collaborative deck building stream. We're not using the companion ability, so ignore this part right here. We are looking at the tap ability, and it cannot be spent to pay generic mana costs. Najila for Lols or Joda. So actually, I'm very glad that you said that, Nevermore Painting Studio, because I was actually thinking the same thing. I have a couple cards that I already know I really want in here. One of them being Joda, which I should probably figure out the actual name of the Joda card, because I'm very bad. Joda Archmage Eternal. There we go. And I was also thinking Fist of Suns. Hello, hi! Archmage, Eternal, yoink. And I know I want Fist of Suns. So, yeah, Fist of Suns. Here, I'll pull that up for you guys. I can pay Wooburg rather than pay the mana cost for spells that you cast. So that is essentially the same thing as Joda, except in an artifact. So the interesting thing is, I don't know what I want to do with this deck. I have a concept, really. I was thinking kind of doing like big beat sticks, so kind of cheating the cost. So that's why I was thinking, like paying 5, like with also like you may pay 5. So I was thinking ultimatums does sound pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But I was thinking we could do some good creature hate. I was also thinking of possibly Wait, there we go. So like stuff like this, so like big creatures. Summit might be one to consider for the deck that can help get you a lot of mana with the tap and tapping. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Would it be... Yoink. That's true. Other creatures you control have haste. Untap another target creature. So this is going to be a difficult deck build. Also, she would give you haste to use the commander when you cast it. That is actually true. So I want you guys to know that when I do a stream like this, this deck is going to constantly be changing. So I want this to be as organic as possible. So throw out your ideas. By all means, throw them out. I want us to have fun with this. I'm going to go ahead and just put one of each basic in here. That's just something I like to do when I deck build, just so I know. Cool. Okay. So now we got one of each basic in here. And I agree that the haste is good. Haste is a must in here. I was definitely thinking, like... possibly doing something like with Sliver Queen. So being able to like cast big stuff. That's where my mind is kind of going with this. But at the same time, there's a lot that can be done here. I also think a cascading cataracts would be good. Okay. So let's take a peek at our commander because we have some basic ideas already here, and I like that Samet is in here. So 5 mana for 5/5. Yes, Sliver Queen. We're not going to be doing the companion ability, so we're going to be fine there. Tap, add Wooburg. This mana can't be spent to pay generic mana costs. So already that can't like reduce like that right there. Somebody says Kinnan in chat. Let's see what we got here. Bonder Prodigy. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. Tap 7. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature from among them onto the battlefield. Okay, big X spells. See, I don't know if we can we do big X spells? Because this cannot be spent to pay generic mana cost. And I believe X is a generic mana cost. Maelstrom Nexus. Ultimatums. Yeah, I was thinking, I like what you're going with the ultimatums. Let me type Kinnan in here because I do kind of like that. Boink. Okay, let's see. Okay, Maelstrom Nexus. Boink. The first spell you play each turn has Cascade. I like that. Maelstrom Nexus. Unless you're generating infinite mana with the commander, it doesn't really matter. Okay. That's fair. Progenitus. Okay. That cost is so intimidating. Oh my god. Right now we're trying to figure out how to build Jegantha, which I really hope I'm saying right. Like you can just pay for one of the single colored mana and the cost. That's fair, but I really want to like utilize this chunky mana right here as much as possible. The only issue is how do we do that? Because this is a bit of a beast, pun intended. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. Alrighty. Another idea I possibly had. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we could do like Ramos in here. Whenever you cast a spell, put one counter on Ramos, Dragon Engine for each of that spell's colors, which I think would be really good in here because again, we're doing 5 colors. So having like oh gosh. Ramos. Dragon Engine. Let's see. Yoink. Let's see. Oh gosh, we have so many things. What about Bringer of the Black Dawn? We got Fabral Elder. We're gonna need yeah, Fabral Elder is actually gonna be really good in here. That's a smart one. We need all our mana. It's okay that you misread it. It's a really it's this part right here kind of makes me a little sad, but the restriction is necessary for this to not be broken. So I completely like No, I wish it was. Okay, let's see. Blue, oh gosh, we have so many here. Bloom Tender. Why am I forgetting what Bloom Tender does? For each color among, yeah, I like that. Let's add some Bloom Tender in here. We're gonna need the mana in here if we're gonna be doing some big creatures, so yes. Bringer of the Black Dawn. Okay. You may pay Wooburg rather than pay its cost. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2 life. If you do, search the library for a card, then shuffle your library and put... You know what? We'll throw it in here. I have never in my life, and I love it. Oh my gosh, that's cool. The whole bringer cycle seems playable in here. I actually would agree with you there. Oh my gosh, I'm really falling behind on chat. I'm so sorry. We'll look at the other bringers in a second. Channel the Suns. Add Wooburg to your mana pool. That can help us actually. I know I want to add a Farseek in here to kind of help us with that a little bit. 3-color charms would be good. All Suns Dawn. Oh gosh. That's not how you spell things. Oh gosh. For each color, return up to 1 target card of the color from your grid. Ooh, I like where you're going with this. Okay. Maelstrom Archangel. Whoa. Okay, one at a time. Maelstrom Archangel, Wooburg. Whenever she deals combat damage to player, you may play a non-land card from your hand. Yes, I love it. Maelstrom Archangel, Shard Convergence. I can't spell to save my life. Search your library for a Plains card, Island card, and a Mountain card. Reveal those cards from your hand. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Smart. Smart. I didn't assume a 3-drop would tap for 5. Yeah. Golos. Why did I not think of Golos? Golos is good. We can cast them without paying their mana cost, and we can get some lands with that. Good, good. Yeah, Golos is a must, I agree. Bloom Tender is $57. Yep, I don't think this is going to be a budget deck. Can Jegantha mana be used for activated abilities? Because Chromat, let's see. It just says add it. It just cannot be spent to pay generic mana costs. So let's look up Chromat, because it's actually been a while since I've like looked at Chromat, you know? Okay, so we can cast Chromat, but actually, yeah, we can use it for the activated costs. Yeah. So let's put Chromat in. Let's give Chromat some love, you know? Chromat doesn't get much love. Just do Wooburg Tribal. I think Wooburg Tribal would be fun. Bluebringer in the draft. Freed from the Real generates and Freed from the Real generates. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay. You probably have high average CMC, so maybe recross the paths? I mean, is it recross the paths? There it is. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card into play, and the rest of the bottom of your library and anywhere clash with an opponent. If you win, return it to your hand. Yeah, that's actually a good point, because we already have a really, if you look at this, a disgustingly high curve. So we will most likely win when we clash with somebody, and clash is a very underutilized mechanic in Commander that I've noticed. So smart on that. I like that a lot. Crystal Quarry. Whoa, okay. Let's see. Crystal Quarry. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. You know, honestly, that's why we got that Cataracts in there. You gotta be careful with your mana. I agree. Dryad of the Elysian Grove, yes, because that's gonna give us of the Elysian. Hope I can spell. Yidris. Whoa, okay, let's see. Run a Shivan dragon and throw infinite red into it. Okay, we got a lot going on here, so let me go through each and every one. I know what Yidris does. I'm gonna toss them in here. We'll see how that goes. Magerite stone. I hope I'm spelling this right. Untap target creature that has an activated ability. Yes, 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 yes. 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 Beautiful. Mythos of Nethroi. Destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature or if like. That is a good card. That is a good card. My only concern is 5-color decks are fun, but they make me very nervous. So we have to be very cautious with how we go through this. I think lets you pour infinite colored mana into it is good if you use Samet or Freed from the Real to make infinite colored mana. Pyrohemia and Pestilence can kill the table if you want. Fantastic. I do have a Pyrohemia actually in paper, and I was going to put that in my Chandra tribal deck, but I didn't. So Pyrohemia and Pestilence. So, like, oh gosh, I can't type to save my life. Oh no. So I think maybe generating infinite mana might be really cool. At the end of turn, if there are no creatures in play, sack it. So we're gonna be fine when damage to each creature and each player. Does Pyrohemia do that to me as well? Each creature and each player. So that could kill me. But we'll dump that in there. Because you never know. If this was a spelling bee, I'd be a failure at it, I'll tell you that. Child of Alara. Yidris is already in here. Let's look at Child of Alara. Yep. That big old board wipe. That is a threat. I've noticed that when I've played against it, people are very hesitant to attack just because it's out there. Yeah, Sam. Kodama's Reach and Cultivate is a must. And I also have words Farseek in here. If you want to go towards a Legends deck, you could add Sisay, Weatherlight Captain, Channel of the Soon. Is that a card or did I read chat wrong? Channel of the Sun? No, that is not a card. Conflux. I forgot about this card. Oh my god. White card, red card, and a green card. Reveal those cards. Conflux is not bad. Okay. Smothering Tithe, yes. Okay. Fun facts about Recross. It enters untapped. You control the order non-land cards to go on the bottom. Once you run out of lands, lets you stack your entire deck over and over. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm really falling behind on here. Bring to Light. Okay. Search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with CMC cost less than or equal to the number of colors mana spent to cast this, so we would do 5. Exile that card, then shuffle your library, you may pay that. Okay. I like that. Converge is good or decent. Going infinite, but you really need weird outlets to make it work. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, but I'm excited to see how we're going to flesh this out. Because literally what I like to do when deck building, especially on stream, is I like to just put everything in my mind on paper, or in this case on the list. And then after that, going back and fine-tuning and tweaking and adding. Sky Shroud Claim. Yes, we're going to need a lot of ramp in here. Let's see. Legacy Weapon. What is Legacy Weapon? Remove target permanent from the game. If legacy weapon would be put in a graveyard from anywhere, reveal it and shuffle it into. Honestly, interesting. I've always seen this card and yet I've never played it. Never played it once. Kenrith is not in. That actually is interesting. Then let's add Kenrith. Well, hold on. I have to find his real name. That's not how you spell Kenrith. The Returned King. Okay. King Kenrith can give you infinite life for those enchantments. Dragon Arch. Let's see. Dragon Arch. Archwing Dragon. Dragon Arch. Pull a multicolored creature from hand into play. Beautiful. Dragon Arch. I remember Jordan Nothing is super fun. Boink. We could easily do that, couldn't we? We could really easily do that. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Channel of the Suns. That's not coming up on here. I don't believe that is a card. We have Fabro Elder in here. I was thinking Morophon. The only reason, there's one reason I'm a little bit hesitant with Morophon is because I have to choose a creature type. And right now in here, we don't have a set creature type because if we finish this deck, I don't even want to look at that price yet. Elf, human, druid, well, we have some wizards and some druids in here. Some humans, but nothing really steady. We have some avatars, honestly. So maybe Morophon, maybe not. Damn Chase obsessed with alt win cons after she built Chilane. I am. Alt win cons are fun because you don't expect them, and I like that. Eldrazi Monument to protect all your stuff. I do like me some Eldrazi Monument. This is going to be the highest curve in the world. Eldrazi Monument. Eldrazi Monument. Knights of New Alara. It pumps all your multicolored creatures. Why is this not working? Does it not want to look up these cards? Maybe it's like singular. Oh, it's singular. That's why it didn't come up. Okay. Knight of New Alara. Each other multicolored creature you control gets 1/1 for each of it. I do like that. Okay. Yeah, Morophon doesn't help with anything. I wish it did. Arcane Adaptation would make them all the same. My only concern is if that's only 2 pieces and we would have to kind of search for those pieces. And I can't cast Morophon off of the Elk because Morophon is generic mana. Helix Pinnacle does take generic, which is very saddening. 5-color Niv. Oh, let's look at the 5-color Niv. I have yet to see. I've yet to play him, so this will be kind of fun. This is taking too long that I typed in Niv. We'll just do Niv Miz. While we wait for Niv Miz to pop up because all the images are loading. My bad. Oh, Niv Miz at Reborn. Cool, Scryfall hates me right now. There it is. Enters battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library for each color pair. Choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Put the chosen cards into your hand. Honestly, let's do it. Niv Mizzet Reborn. I typed in... we already have Channel the Suns in here. Let's see. You could use creatures that let you pay 1 color of mana for another to cheat around generic costs. I don't think there's enough sack fodder for Eldrazi Monument. There really isn't. That really makes me... Maybe I have a brain idea. Let's... Chroma's Memorial. Flying First Strike. Okay, well, they don't have Indestructible, but they have Flying First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, and Protection from Black and Red. Chromatic Lantern, I would agree. Chromatic Lantern. The Urza Planeswalker from the Unset. Unfortunately, I'm not going to run that in there. That is very... I do like where your head's going with that. Let's see. The Jeskai Ascendancy. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get 1/1 and untap those creatures. We're doing... I feel like we're doing more creature heavy right now. Cause yeah, this is already looking pretty thick. And all of this right here is essentially ramp. Which I really like that we're going heavy on the ramp, you know. Okay. Rhythm of the Wild to let you Mana Dorks come in with haste. Let's put Rhythm of the Wild. My one talent is I can spell rhythm correctly. Team of Ascendancy. Creatures you control have haste. No creature with power 4 greater than the battlefield. Yes, there we go. Guessing Slivdrazi Monstrosity is also out. Yeah, as much as I love the uncards, I want to make this as legal as possible. That can be taken out of context and really be like a bad thing. We do have Dryad of the Elysian Grove right here. So I had a thought. I want to run this by you guys. And you know, this is, again, we're only brainstorming, so we're not married to anything yet. It's already gross enough without running Silver Border, yeah. I was thinking, whoa, I forgot it. Nyxbloom Ancient. Chat said it. Yes, I was thinking Nyxbloom Ancient because that'll add triple to Jegantha here. Yeah, here. So let's see. So Nyxbloom Ancient is amazing. That cost is going to be a little bit annoying, but it'll be fine. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much as instead. So we will get 15 mana off of Jegantha, which I think is kind of great. So I think I do want to add that. And chat, Ex Piperi, yes, Field of the Dead, because we're going to be having a ton of different lands here. My favorite land ever. That card made me like Standard. Same with Golos, actually. So now we're going to get to the part where y'all are going to hate me. And when I say hate me, I mean, you're not going to hate me, but you're going to be like, you know. Just let me, woo, like. Okay. So this is where y'all are going to hate me. You already are going to be leaving mana on the table most turns. Yeah. Probably want to go for cheap mana dorks. Okay. Call me crazy, but a bit redundant. Okay, so what we can do is take the Nyxbloom Ancient, cut, and we'll put it in our maybe board for cards that we want to consider possibly in the future. So don't come for me. But I was thinking, what if we did some slivers, a little bit of slivers. Specifically, I was thinking something like Sliver Queen. However, that is too generic, I see. I'm not that bad, okay? I'm not like that bad, you know. Sliver Queen I think would be fun, but you know, at the end of the day, that too generic is gonna be an issue. Now, it's only gonna be an issue with Jegantha, so we can't dump in 5 mana into that ability to get 2 slivers. We can't do that, but we can do that with other things. Our actual mana dorks. So my thing is I want to do Sliver Queen, but at the same time, I'm not sure if we should do slivers, but at the same time I want to do slivers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. My brain kind of says to make this a sliver deck now. My brain tells me you should make this into slivers, Chase. Should we make it into slivers, though? Because slivers would be nasty. I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. God, we spent all this time doing all of this. Okay, either Jeskai Narset, because Narset is a great character. The Jeskai Narset... Well, there's two Jeskai Narsets now, actually. Planeswalker and the creature. So, chat, my question to you is, should we do Sliver Tribal with Jegantha? Or should we just do Wooburg Tribal? Because that is the question. Okay. I usually have an idea of what I want to do when I sit down to do this. But the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, you know, slivers. I don't know. This is turning out to be a bit of an interesting stream because we've already started something. But at the same time, we could completely change it. And that's pretty interesting. So my question to you guys is, what do you think we should do? Should we go slivers? Should we... Wooburg will trick people into thinking it's just a funny idea instead of the end of days. TBH with slivers, you could probably just want her as a companion. I have online D&D tonight, so I'm going to head out. Bye, Sam. Bye. Jegantha would be good companion for slivers, though. Yeah, but I wanted to build her as the companion, as the commander. No card in your starting deck has more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost. If this card is usually the mana, you may cast it. See, if we did that, though, then we can't have the other 5 color slivers in the deck, you know? We can't have, like, Hive Lord or Overlord. No card in your starting deck has more than one of the same mana symbol. Yeah. I think most sliver decks already qualify for this card. So my question is this. So this right here, this is gonna cause a slight snag because we can't run stuff like Sliver Hive Lord in the deck. A card that costs Wooburg is legal for the commander. It is, but I can't put Hive Lord in the deck. Okay, you can't have Woo Woo, but you can have Wooburg. Well, this is particularly interesting. So, what do we do here? What do we do? Okay. Let's vote. Alrighty, chat. Put a 1 if you want to do Wooburg Tribal in chat. Put a number 2 if you want to do slivers. This is difficult. Slivers just seem very good. 1 for Wooburg, 2 for slivers. Okay, 1. Oh, whoa, we got some differing votes in here. Okay, awesome. Okay. 2, but it'd be pricey. It is pricey. Thankfully that this is just gonna be a list. As is. I learned magic with slivers and they're my favorite tribe. I gotta vote for them fair. So we have 1 vote for slivers, 2 votes for Wooburg. We have 2 votes. Okay, we got a lot of, oh gosh, okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 votes for Slivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes for Wooburg. 6 votes for Wooburg. All right, I'm gonna keep the voting open for 1 more minute. So I'm tracking it down right now on my timer clock thing. We've got 40 seconds left to cast your vote. Alrighty, 30 seconds left. Yeah, we just went kind of. I'm currently trying to figure out how to practically code the search terms on Scryfall to find slivers that match the companion condition. Another vote for Wooburg. 20 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Okay, so we're going to be doing Wooburg with what we got going on right now. So we have a lot of things that are kind of jumbled in here. We still have a lot of time to add stuff in here. Wooburg is funnier. I also want to make sure that this deck functions pretty decent. It is the more fun option, and that's what we got to do, is choose the more fun option. So what are some good mana sinks? What can we sink some mana into to get some good stuff in here? So stuff like Pyrohemia and Pestilence is good. That will hurt us though. So how do we get that from hurting? How do we prevent that from hurting us? Because if we go down here, Pestilence, each creature and each player, that includes me, same thing for Pyrohemia. We do already have Joda in here. There he is. I'm sure there are more of them that just make tokens or something. Probably. How does Kinnan work with Jegantha? So we were thinking... I've been just kind of putting everything in here that Chad has been saying. But where'd Kinnan go? Kinnan. There it is. Kinnan. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. So that'll get us an additional mana for Jegantha. And we can dump 2 of that into Kinnan to make it 5 to look at the top 5 cards library. And we get a non-human creature card onto the battlefield. So that essentially kind of gets us like a free creature out onto the battlefield. My nerve with that is the 5 generic. So the generic is what's really gonna kill us here, because so many things have generic in them. Like for Conflux, we would have to pay 3, outside of Jegantha. So figuring out what we can do. Training Grounds and Biomancer's Familiar probably allow a lot of things to go infinite that wouldn't otherwise. So let's look at Training Grounds. Okay. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost up to 2 less. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana and ability cost to activate to less than 1 mana. Okay. So let's put in some Training Grounds because I like that a lot. Training Grounds. Let's get Biomancer's Familiar up in here. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less. This effect cannot reduce the amount of mana and ability cost to activate less than 1 mana. I like this. The adapt thing we're not going to use, but we'll add that in there right now just as a reduction. Yoink, 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 yoink. Boop, boop. Crewfix. So I'm wondering about Crewfix in here because that'll just have our mana empty. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I think I'm funny sometimes. If unused mana would empty from your mana pool, that mana becomes colorless instead. So we would have colorless mana. But what would we dump? What would we do with it? This is stressful in the best of ways because there's a lot of stuff that we could do in here. That is also just a lot. If you use training grounds, you should use 0 to 2. True for the generic costs. So I do know Zirda in here. Zirda was actually a deck I was going to build, but just Boros stresses me out. Krifix would be able to use the leftover Jegantha mana. Okay. Each permanent card in your blah blah blah. We don't need that. Activated abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. This can't reduce mana. Yeah, let's just do all of the less to activate, to be honest. I think that's a smart move. I do love the look of Zirda too. Alrighty. So we got a lot going on here. Zakama. You know what? Yeah, Zakama actually isn't too terribly bad. Cast Zakama. Zakama would cost 6. Do restrictions still apply when it becomes colorless? That is a good question. That is a good question. We need a judge. Somebody ask a judge. They do. Okay, they say do. So fun fact about Krufix, he turns the mana into colorless that can't be used for generic mana. Judge here. Thank you, Phil. Okay, so maybe no Krufix then. Yoink. Okay, so maybe no Krufix. Zakama, though, I like, because we can just sink stuff in there. Deals 3 damage to target creature, destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 3 life. If you filter the mana somehow... This sounds like an actual like beer brewing process. So we have this mana, and it is not generic, and we want to make it go into generic. So we got to filter it specially and then put it for generic. Like if there's something that has pale blue out of red... well, my brain's a comma. That was what I was gonna type. Let's see. We can just do that as many times as we want. Let's look at this. Let's look at what we got. This is 5C. 5 colors. Okay. So we have a reduction. Bloom Tender gives us good mana. Fabro Elder is fantastic. Zirda. We can pay Wooburg instead. And we also have Fist of Suns. Which I really like. Nephilims. Alrighty. Let's look at them. Alrighty, so this one... Oh, whoa. Surprisingly, they're not... Well, you know, actually, it still works. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 coast sand creature token. Whenever Glint Eye Nephilim deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards. Whenever a player plays an instant or sorcery spell, if Ink Treader Nephilim is the only target of that spell, copy that. These are so wild. When it attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to play tapped and attacking. It's a 2/2. Witchmaw. Whenever you play a spell, you may put 2 1/1 counters on it. Whenever it attacks, if it gains trample until end of turn, its power is good. The Nephilim are weird, but they're great. Yeah, they aren't legendary, but sometimes it's just fun to build a commander around something that is not legendary. So what I'm trying to figure out is, well, hold on. I just had a brain blast here. Rogue's Passage, because if we're gonna be doing some biggie stuff. Tell me if I'm like getting like too excited. But You know, Trailblazer's Boots, non-basic land walk. Right now I'm not worried about the equip cost. I'm just 2 is easily payable, but like everybody runs non-basics. I'll always let people play with Nephilim as commanders. Several people from Watsi have said that they would make them legendary if commander was a thing at the time. Alrighty, so Trailblazer's Boots, that's an idea I have. But what are you guys thinking? You know, like, this is so much. I picked a weird one for this this episode. I really did. Also, this is just green is just really funny to me. So as you can see, our curve is pretty up there, with Progenitus being the thickest of them all. I'm currently going through Scryfall to find stuff that lets you productively use only infinite colored mana, like makes tokens or something. That would be pretty cool, to be honest, is like doing the token generation thing like that. I do know of an infinite combo, but we don't need mana for it. I used to play it in Pauper. It was like Presence. If I can type. That's not how you spell it. Presence of Gond with that's not a mana ability though. That's just an infinite combo off the top of my head. So boom, 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 boom. But we don't really need that in here. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Boink, boink, boink. Let's search these. Let's see. We are not doing this. Chromat. We already have that Conflux. At the beginning of your upkeep, that player, each player's on keep, that player untaps Corona, False God. When she attacks, creatures of the type of your choice get 3 things on her turn. Okay, we don't have any elementals in here, so we're not gonna touch that. Last stand, target opponent loses 2 life for each swamp you control. Last stand deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. What about last stand? Reaper King is fun, but Reaper King, we're not really doing a tribal here. Yeah, it would just be 5 mana for 6/6. Same thing for Scion. You know, we're not really doing a tribal, which also is kind of frustrating for the slivers. What do y'all think about Last Stand? Like, I like that. The more I'm reading, the more I like it. They lose 2 life for each swamp you control. Deals damage to target creature to the number of mountains. 1/1 sapling for each forest, 2 life for each plains, and draw a card for that many islands. The Ling cycle. Aetherling, Brightling. Okay. Let's see if I can type that and it'll work. No, that doesn't like me. How many basics will you have? That's also fair. That's true. How many basics will I have? Now we're thinking outside the bun. Every year upkeep, if there are 5 colors among permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control, and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. I forgot what the rest are called. Blood Moon. See, I was thinking like Urborg and Blood Moon, but again, I don't want us to like stray too off the beaten path to focus on a specific win con of a card. Happily Ever After just seemed pretty decent. Let's see. Give me 10 seconds. Boop, 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 boop. So we have artifact, creature, enchantment, planeswalker, instant, sorcery, right? If I'm getting that correctly off the top of my head. Inner graveyard. Okay, so we also have to control inner graveyard. So let's bump that in. I chose a hard one. Okay. Blood Moon. Figure of Destiny and that cycle aren't bad for a colored mana sink. Figure of Destiny. Let's see. If Figure of Destiny is a warrior, it becomes... I don't know about that because we would have to do a lot to get there. Like a lot to get there. Because we'd have to do one into another, into another. That's essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 mana to get an 8/8. So I'm not so sure. This is hard. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's just see. There's 35 cards where we can win the game. Battle. I've always wanted to win with Battle of Wits. Coalition victory. You win the game if you control. Could it? Is there some way Grinning Ignis could be used to filter? What do you think about Coalition victory? What do you think about Coalition victory? Unfortunately, Battle of Wits does actively nothing in EDH. Oh gosh. That's not how you spell things. Oh yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's banned in EDH. Wait, Coalition Victory's banned? Is it? It is! Oh. I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. Okay. So let's see. I don't know if we can do this. At least any more than we already have. Oh, I got excited. That makes me sad. Let's see. So, let's see. I like alt win cons, so I'm just gonna dip my toes into these alt win cons here. We already have Door to Nothingness, which is a really good thing. I like Door to Nothingness. So we don't have much of target loses the game. Yeah, I could see why it'd be lame to lose too. I'm still heartbroken though. So what should we do? I feel a bit stumped. So let's kind of take a look and sit down and see what we got going on here. Isharzad. So we have our mana, we have some mana dorks in here, and by some I know we have the Bloom Tender, we have Faber Elder. Dryad isn't a mana dork, but he helps fix a lot of our issues with our mana, which is what we're definitely gonna need. That's why we also have Chromatic Lantern right here. Zirda is a reduction. Biomancer's Familiar is a reduction, and Training Grounds is also a reduction, which is nice. We have 3 ways to get that. I don't know how I feel about Kinnan. Let's see. Zirda, we already covered Zirda. Joda helps make things cost less. Same thing for Fist of Suns, which is also super good. Knight of New Alara buffs our multicolor creatures, which is almost all of our creatures, save for maybe one, and Golos. We were talking about the Nephilim, but I don't know if that's like, if that would be like good. Kinnan does seem kind of meh. Well, we'll pop Kinnan out, and then we'll figure that out later. Kinnan kind of boring, yeah. Let's see. I agree with you in chat. That Dryad does make Last Stand pretty good. Let's see. Are they each? I'm gonna read that again. So let's see. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to other lands. That's everything. Okay, cool. Honestly, that's not horrible. Now that I kind of remember that, and we also have Chromatic Lantern doesn't make it. They can add 1 mana, so only Dryad does it. Let's add Last Stand in here, and then we can take it out if we need to. So guys, looking at how this is right now, how are you feeling about this? What should we add? What should we take out? Maybe something with a colored cumulative upkeep. Let's take a peek, shall we? Let's take a peek. Boop, boop. The search terms I've used to narrow down only things with activated abilities that cost mana is ridiculous, and I'm actually amazed at how few things let you just pour in unlimited color mana specifically. Wow, did I just spell that horribly wrong? Did I spell cumulative wrong? I did. I swear that's wrong. How do I spell that? How do you spell that? Let's just go for the ultimatums. Ultimatum. If I spelled that wrong too, I will cry. Oh, we have one in chat. I can't spell ultimatum. Oh no, that's just because I did Oracle of Cumulative. My bad. Okay. Here we are, the ultimatums. There's so many ultimatums. Oh, Nirkana Revenant. I forgot about that card. Whenever you tap a swamp for additional mana, you add that. Okay, we have Song of Creation. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards, begin your end step, discard your hand. This part makes me nervous. Let's see. It's not very good unless you have infinite mana. Black makes infinite black mana. It's nutty. So how would we do the infinite with... Well, we have ways to do the infinite. Hold on. I believe we have it somewhere in here. Somewhere. Maybe I'm just going... Yeah, so we could... Mage Rights... Pay a 1, go in there to untap, to go in there and keep going. Song either instantly wins you the game or instantly uses you the game. I agree that discarding of the hand makes me extremely nervous. You need to be able to untap the commander for blue, which freed from the real does. Fair, that's true. There are other ways. Assault suit to share. You got the mana. Alrighty. Assault suit. Quick creature gets 2/2, has haste, can't attack you or planeswalker you control, and can't be sacrificed. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of equipped creature until the end of turn. If you do, untap. That gives them my creature though. Experiment Crash for a second copy of your commander's ability. Experiment Crash. He has all the activated abilities of each other creature with a 1/1 counter on it. Tap, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That's true. Experiment crash. The ultimatums. Assault Suit is more for big beater commanders, and I just don't feel like it would be good for my mana tap guy, because I wouldn't be able to even tap for the mana. Let's see the ultimatums. So let's go through each ultimatum, because there's some I'm familiar with and some I'm not. I don't want to share mana, no, because five is good, and they don't have the restriction. Well, they do have the restriction if they control it. Quicksilver Elemental. Let's see. Quicksilver. Gains all activated abilities of target creature till end of turn. May spend blue as though it were a mana of any color to pay the activation cost. That's true. So we could put in Quicksilver Elemental, tap Jegantha for Wooburg, dump 1 blue into there, have 4 mana remaining to tap that to have 9 mana. That's true. I do quite like that. You may spend blue mana as though it were mana of any color to pay the activation cost of Quicksilver's Elemental's abilities. Okay, let's toss that in. We'll see how this goes. Oh gosh, there is a card that I'm trying to remember. It is an aura. It's blue. It is used most commonly in an Arixmethes deck. It can generate infinite mana with Arixmethes. And I think it starts with a P. I don't know. Aura. Boop, boop. What is it? What is it? I'm gonna find it and it's gonna bug me. It's something. Why can't I remember? Pemenzora. Thank you. Does that help us? Pemenzora. Untap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gains flying until end of turn against your... I think that would be good in here, right? Because we could tap it to dump it there and then just keep going with tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of mana. Oh gosh, I'm not even tapping it. What do you guys think of Pemenzora? Yeah, that does do it. I think that does something. I think it does the exact same thing as for Freed from the Real. Yeah, okay, so that's good. So having that in there is also good, and we can give it flying. If it's non-blue mana, really good. Freed from the Real as well. We do have Freed from the Real in here, and we also have Pemen's Aura. I'm really happy I remembered that card in my brain. So, looking at this, for Happily Ever After, we would need a Planeswalker. And we only have 1 instant. So I don't know. I mean, then again, we do have other stuff to add in here as well. Might as well run Enchantment Tutors. Yeah. Let's see. What's that big boy we just had in here that I forgot about completely? Bringer. We still need to look at the ultimatums. Bringer. Okay, so we have Bringer of the Blue Dawn. Here's all the bringers. Let's look at all the bringers. They're all 5/5s. Might as well run Enchantment Tutors or Tribal. Narset is a Planeswalker. I just don't know if Narset would be good in here. I really don't know if Narset would be good in here. At the beginning of your upkeep, you return target artifact card from your graveyard to play. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may untap target creature and gain control of it until end of turn. Creature gains haste. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a 3/3 on the battlefield. Minimal School at Water's Edge also nets you 9 mana. Let's look at that. Blink. That's also true. Let's add that in there. It's just how can we sink that mana into something good? Because we can't do it into generic, unfortunately. Minimo. What is it? School. Open the armory, can grab the infinite stuff. Open the armory is that white instant, right? Yes, it is. It's a sorcery, though. As well as Enlightened Tutor. Search your library for an art or an equipment. That's true. This might be a list that I might have to look at after the stream and just kind of pour over it for a hot minute, you know? Do we need haste enable so you don't have to wait to a turn to go off? So when we look at our haste enablers, we have a few, and by a few I mean like maybe 2. We have Summit right here, which also gets us a ton of mana too. That gives us whiteless mana. She also gives our stuff haste. We have Rhythm of the Wild in here as well. People will absolutely see what's about to happen when you cast Untapping Enchants. Yes. So 10-10. My issue is like multi-kicker. Okay, let's look at multi-kicker. Advanced search. Oof. Alrighty. Let's see. So we got some stuff here. We do need removal, yeah. Invisible for each time it was kicked. Bloodhusk rituals could be very nasty. Let's see. Enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card for each time it was kicked. Fair. I wish with all my heart we could do X, but we can't do X. We do need removal. Whew, this is so much. Deathforge Shaman is like a really janky fireball kill. Let's see. Is it over here? When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target player equal to twice the number of times it was kicked. You know, not bad. You can do X, but you can kick it for like 10,000 times. That's true. Let's chunk that in there. Let's see. Deathforge Shaman. Replicate. Let's see. I don't think I did that right. Or maybe I did. Let me see if I did that right. No, that's what we got here. Let me tilt my head. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, y'all are the best. I was like, that's a kind of a new card. Replicate. I think the thumbnail for this video is gonna be me holding a coalition victory with like sad tears going down my face. Replicate. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen this ability. Y'all are good. Almost all of them don't work except for Shattering Spree. Yeah. Tap all, like we could tap all the permanents, but we'll remember we would create infinite blueless mana. Arcane Adaptation and General Tazzery. That card, oh my gosh. I remember I was so mad when I pulled that out of one of my packs because I was like, this is useless. But back then I had no idea what tribal was, so we're good now. I know what tribal is now. Let's see. Enters the battlefield. You may search your library for an ally creature card. Or X's number of colors of creatures you control. That is good. But again, looking at that, Arcane Adaptation, Leap of Flame. We just looked at Leap of Flame. Let's look through the ultimatums. Let's shop through the ultimatums. Remove the top 5. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. You may play any number of those without paying their mana costs. That's one ultimatum. Clarion. Choose 5 permanents you control for each of those permanents. You may search your library for a card with the same name as that permanent. Nope. Cruel ultimatum. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, discards 3 cards, loses 5 life. You return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, draw 3 cards, then gain 5 life. I want the ultimatums to work, but looking at this, it's still going to be kind of clunky. And we only have 2 cards in this deck that make us pay Wooburg instead. So maybe not. Is Instill Energy a real card? Am I having a stroke? This seems like 10 kinds of color break. Let's look it up. Enchant creature. And what? 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 It can attack as though it had haste. Untap enchanted creature. Activate this. Oh. If you're surprised at this, there actually is another enchantment that does something very similarly, and it is green. Let me show it to you. If my thing will work. Green. I actually had it in my Ural deck back in the day when I played him. Yoink, let's find it. There it is, Nature's Chosen. So Nature's Chosen, enchant creature you control, 0, untap enchanted creature, activate this ability only during your turn and only once. Tap enchanted creature, untap target artifact creature or land, activate this ability only if enchanted creature is white and it is untapped and only once each turn. Nature's Chosen. Only if white. I don't... So, let's pick up that Instill Energy because I low-key like that. Instill Energy. Oh, well, yeah, isn't it weird? I had this in my Ural deck, and when I played it, and everyone was really confused, but I played it because I liked the art, and also it just seemed really good to me. And it's only 82 cents. So, you know, it's crazy. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, very brief, and I will be right back. So you guys keep some ideas going on in your brain, and I'll be right back, okay? Infinite. Be right back. I realized I had my mic off. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see your chat. My chat just started working right now. Cetessin. I hate that I do that. That's like my biggest pet peeve, is that I do that. Till end of turn, any number of target creatures each get 1/1 and gain target creature fights another creature. I am truly just a genius. How are we gonna do this? So Strive does seem to be a good mechanic. Hello. Not many cards with Strive. Yeah, they just cost more. Blinding seems to be a pretty good one. That we can't do. That we can't do, unfortunately, because of the nature of the untaps need blue. No. Most Strive requires generic. Yeah, the fact that there's even one, there are ones that don't even require generic is kind of interesting to me. Blinding Flare seems pretty good. So we can just keep doing that as much as we want. Blinding Flare. Blinding Flare. I really want to get our like like let's get some protection in here. I think that's super pretty. Oh my gosh. Let's do a Whisper Silk and a Lightning Greaves, I say, just to protect. Christmas Missile is boring. Okay. Maybe there are non-generic buybacks. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do something. Well, no, Grace won't allow you to chant for infinite mana. Yeah, I just realized that, actually. So maybe no. And I don't think Whisper Silk will allow us either, because it also Shroud. We have a lot of, let's see. Farsight, fantastic. You know, mana. Not mana. Got a lot of mana. Swiftfoot Boot works. Okay, so we'll add the Swiftfoot. Use Shielding Plex for hexproof that doesn't get ruined by Shadow Sphere. God, it's been a while since I've seen Shielding Plex. Train a creature enters battlefield. Well, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. A chain creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. That's true. Let's add the Greaves. No, it's not the Greaves. The Swiftfoot Boots. I get the Boots and the Greaves mixed up. Bodos. Too bad the Mythos cycle wouldn't work quite as well as you'd want with Jegantha. Yeah, I think we should take that out. Because we have it in here, but I'm just not really feeling it. Too complicated for complicated rules reasons. This isn't technically hexproof. This is so much. Also, that Bloom Tender price hurts my very soul right now. Maybe adding some more. I don't know. What do you think about the Bringer? First of all, let's kind of address that. The Bringer. Okay, there we go. Bringer of the Black Dawn. So we can pay Fluberg rather than paying it. So we can tap and do it. Yeah, that Bloom Tender price hurts, doesn't it? At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2 life. If you do, search up your card, then shuffle your card and put your library on top. So we can tutor for stuff, which is good. 5 mana for 5. I don't know. I feel stress. Should we add the rest of the bringers in here? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 we're missing. Bringer of the Green Dawn I really like, actually. Gives us tokens. Bringer of the Green Dawn. Beginning of your upkeep, you may untap target creature and gain control of it. Bringer of the Red Dawn. Blue and white. Add all minus blue and maybe white. Yeah, because draw 2 cards. I mean, card draw is good, though. Beginning of your upkeep. Yeah, no, we don't really need white, to be honest. The only reason I think I would do white is to get Door to Nothingness. And Door to Nothingness, I believe, is a sack. Yeah, it's not even exile. So that would be a good reason, but that would be like the only reason. Maybe Fist of Suns if it gets, you know, bonked on the head. Yoink. Okay. So, boink boink. Go back. Good is boring. So, I like the red because the red just seems to be a better decision, and the green gives me creatures. So I think the green is actually the best one out of all of them. Honestly, the black one, I don't know how I feel about the black one. I do get to tutor though, so never mind. Actually, that is pretty good. So we got a tutor, a token generator, and a stealer. Maybe run Gyre Engineer for redundant infinite mana with untapping. Let's see. Only infinite green, but it's something. I don't know. How would that go infinite? Looking at this. Oh, well, if we did like the stuff on there, so infinite green. I don't know. This is... Oh, whoa. Didn't mean to click that. Don't know what that was. You chain up with one of the things that taps for blue, and then we can just get infinite green. How good of filters does green have? This room, I think, is going to go way longer than I normally do. Text. Add a symbol. 1 green mana. Let's see. Let's see. We could... That one... Vigian Graph Mage does let you get infinite mana, but it will let you get like 40... 40 child's numbers. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. I think I saw something. Or maybe I didn't. Creatures your opponents control lose text. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Alrighty. Looking at this, I not seeing some sinks that'll be good for us. That doesn't really do much for us. Bop, 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 bop. The Chromanticore, let's look at that. Flying first strike, vigilance, trample, lifelink. It's 4/4, has flying first strike, vigilance, trample, lifelink. We could do Chromanticore in here. I'm good. How are you? I think Chromanticore wouldn't be too bad in here, because even with Bestow, it's still like too generic, you know? Done. This is the craziest curve ever, and it's like a lot. Blood Celebrant is a filter. Let's look at this filter. I wish I could just type in filter, but it doesn't like me. Pale black, pale life, add remain of any color. That'll cost the losing of a life, though. Makes mana that can be used for generic. That's true. I can still use my actual mana base, though. This is so difficult. Ugh. But it's good. This is a challenge. I can always tweak this later. I just want to get a really good, well-oiled machine right in front of me. We still... I don't think that we can... I don't know if we can do... I don't know if we can do Happily Ever After, simply just because of the... We would need planeswalkers and ways to get them, you know? I don't know. What do you think about removing Happily Ever After? I think that might be what we have to do. Yeah, we need lands too. Yeah, maybe just drop it. I like Happily Ever After, but we just need planeswalkers, but we also need to add lands in here too. We already have 10 lands. So let's look through the lands that we have already. Cascading Cataracts, which we can sink 5 to get 5 mana in any combination. So we could get Wooburg. Crystal Quarry is essentially Cascading Cataracts, except it's not indestructible. Field of the Dead gets us zombie tokens, our basics. Minimo helps us untap our legendary permanent to get more mana. Mountain, Plains, and a Rogue's Passage to make big things unblockable, which I really quite like. Kenrith the Returned King is another haste enabler. We can put counters on a creature, gain life. Target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under its owner's control. So let's look at lands, and then we can kind of go back. Lands are absolutely tricky. Karuga is good. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control. I think we should focus on lands right now. Just because we already have a lot of creatures and we need to get a good healthy mana base, because look at this curve is well, actually it's right there. Our curve is stressful. We have a lot. We have 7 cards with CMC 7 up. 1 with 6. Our heaviest number I think is 5 with 18. 10. We have nothing at 0. We have 3 at 1. Yeah. So we should do our lands. Let's go back to our commander. Alrighty. 10 duels, 10 shocks, 10 fetches. Castle cycle from Eldraine. Let's look at our castles. Garenbrig adds 6 green. Vantress. Fires of Invention would help with the mana. It's so a Chromatic Lantern. We already have Chromatic Lantern in here. The tricycle lands. Oh yes, let's get our tricycle lands. Actually, that's kind of great for here. Okay, I got it. Coria, and then we're gonna do type line land and go. They're called tricycle lands. I will abide by that. Okay. Well, first of all, let's add our evolving wilds. You love to see it. In our terramorphic. I already forgot the name of it. Jegantha. So Jegantha, Ketria, fetches are probably a thing you really want for this if that's in your range of things you can do. So when building this deck, I'm not putting a price limit on it, because this isn't going to be built in paper by me. So let's go Rogren Triumph. Alrighty. If you ever do the other half of the cycle, that half can't be triumphs because triumphs are an Ikoria thing, just call them tricycles. It's okay. Savai. Then do all 10 fetches, yes. And then Zagoth. Zagoth, Triumph. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's I weirdly sacrifice land. Hopefully I remember fetch lands. I don't use fetch lands. Not a good decision on my part. Really bad idea that I typed it in that way. How do I look for fetches? Were they just printed in... Let me just do land. Because I think they're just printed in like Tarkir. Sets. Can't spell. Okay, Dragons of Tarkir, Cons of Tarkir. I don't think any were printed in Fate Reforged. Yeah, I don't think they were. Let's see. 1, 2... Maybe they were printed in Fate. Yeah, maybe there were some printed in Fate Reforged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I right on this? Okay, so... Bloodstained Mire. This is gonna be so expensive. Bloodstained Mire. Flooded Strand. Polluted Delta. Wind. That's not how you spell that. Windswept Heath. Wooded Foothills. Okay. Bloodstained Mire, Wooded Foothills, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Scalding Tarn, and Marsh Flats. Thank you. Marsh Flats. Misty Rainforests. Oh, the original Innistrad land cycle might be decent. Arid Mesa, Verdant Catacomb. Arid Mesa, Verdant Catacomb. Okay. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got our fetches. I want to look at the price. Let's look at the price. Look at this price. Okay, wow. How do y'all feel about the battle bond lands? Well, how do y'all feel about the battle bond lands? Lands that produce any color like Forbidden Orchard would be good. Yes. Forbidden Orchard. Forbidden Orchard. What do you think about these? I like these. I like the battle bond lands a lot, but I don't know how y'all feel about them. They enter in, they're gonna always enter in like, it feels like the only color mana you even 100% need is green or red, honestly. Fair. We have 86 cards. I want us to have a good amount of land, like maybe more so than we normally have. How are y'all feeling about like running like 38 lands? The curve just feels so high, you know? Like, I feel like we need to run more lands to kind of skirt around it, but at the same time, like, maybe not. Maybe that's too high. 36, 7. Lands are my least favorite part about deck building. I'm going to be extremely honest. I don't remember most dual cycles. Gates are good enough in the right deck. Gates? Like the guild gates? Yeah, we do have a lot of ramp in here. I think we could add more though. So we have blood. That's not ramp. Farseek. Cultivate Kadama's Reach. Recross the Paths. Sky Shroud Claim. Sorry, I saw you typing gates earlier. Gates are not what we should be adding in here, though. I agree with that. What should we add as well in here to make this? Shocks. I did not add shocks. I should add shocks though. Off the top of my head, steam vents. If you want to go higher on lands, maybe add more with cycling like the Amonkhet. The cycle lands. What do you think about doing the shocks? We don't have any life gain in here though. Ugh. Let's add a prismatic vista. You can gain infinite life. Okay. We could do infinite life with like one of the multi-kicker cards. Land seems like there isn't much of decisions to make. I just don't like land building. Lands are so boring. Oh wait, hold on. We can just literally leave it at this, to be honest. And then build up our basics, I think. I forgot because we only have one of each basic in here. Let's build up our basics. Let's see. Geez, mostly everything. We need a lot of green though, let's be fair. Green does quite outnumber everything, just based off of first looks. Honestly, just add 10 lands and you could probably get away with making the rest all basic forest and mountains. Infinite life equals infinite mana with that one card. That doesn't help me. Which card? Which card? Let's see. We could just add the rest in basics. I need to fine tune this mana base off screen later. Because I think we'd be here for like another 2 hours. I say let's add like, who needs mountains? Mono forests. 5. This is so stressful. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. 3, 3, 3, 2. I don't know. This is 10 fetches, 10 chalks, 16 forests. But we still have other stuff in here too. The lands stress me out. But we do need like Field of the Dead and stuff though. 44 should be more than enough lands. No. Because we need like Cascade Castrax, Crystal Coria, like the Triomes are really good. Oh god. This is low-key stressful. I like the Triomes because we can get them with shocks, fetches, which is really good. Terramorphic and land stressing you out does not pair well with using Field of the Dead. Leave me alone. Yeah, you're right though. Just building mana bases makes me sad. You have to do like half your basics be snow. Okay, so like here's the deal. We're already at 36. We really need to tweak our lands. I feel weird, but maybe taking out the Terramorph from the E-Wilds. I don't know. Because like some of these things are important to the combo. Like Minimo is really important. Rogue's Passage I think is just good because it makes our stuff unblockable, and I like that. Crystal Quarry and Cataracts are the same thing, but Cataracts is indestructible, and it's good just in case we lose access to Jegantha. That's true, they aren't super good in 5C, but like at the same time, it's just my commander nature. I could do like 3 of each basic, which will put us at 37 lands. You can just run a forest and cast your commander and get all your colors instantly. Yeah. So how does that look? Not the deck being finished, but 37 lands. We have 1 of every fetch. We have the Triomes. Don't have any shocks though. Yeah, I don't have any shocks, but we have 3 forests, 3 islands, 3 mountains, and 3 plains. How are you feeling about that being our land? I just want to get lands done with so we can finish the remaining part. Jegantha. Yeah, the fetches need to be fetching something. Yeah, like they can get the Triomes, but I think having basics in here is good. And I remember playing a game, on Filthy Casuals, I played a game with Sheldon and I played Blood Moon. And he said he liked that card because, like punishing people who play like non-basics. And I think that's actually a good thing is like, I like to run basics. They're kind of like a comfort for me. I think basics are good. Let me look at the Triome lands really quickly just to check something in my brain. Green. Blue. Okay. There's Exotic Orchard. That's the other one. I've never been hit by a Blood Moon that I didn't 100% deserve to be wrecked. I love Blood Moon. So much. Exotic Orchard. Yeah, we have a Forbidden Orchard in here. Should we swap Forbidden Orchard with Exotic Orchard? I don't want to give my opponent a spirit. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm greedy. I'm very greedy. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Whew. Arbor Dryad. Alrighty, let's see. So we have 37 lands, which feels pretty good to me considering our high curve. I have all our fetches, we have the triumphs, and we have basics as well. We have some like good feels lands, so TBH, you have the right number of lands. The rest probably doesn't matter. Fair. Rogue's Passage I like because that can be pretty big. Minimo is good for our stuffs. Field of the Dead because everything is different. It just feels right. God, this mana base. Alrighty. So looking at this right here, we got a lot going on. I think we're gonna need to do some heavy tweaking here. We also have no instance except for one. No destruction, really. No destruction. That's the issue here, isn't it? We only have 5 slots left. We only have 5 slots left, and we need to make it count. You have the right number of lands. So what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here? Fogs. Fogs are good. I feel like we need some form of like board wipe, or maybe that's the only issue I'm having with this deck. Is this feels like pretty like once a board wipe hits, we're going to be having a really hard time. So looking at what we have here, got Fog is good. Death Sprout is good. Death Sprout is just a single destruction. It does give us a land though. Fog will protect Eerie Ultimatum. Return any number of permanents with different names from your graveyard to that's some good recursion. Eerie Ultimatum. Death Sprout has generic costs though. Yeah, but I mean like a lot of our stuff here has generic costs too, like the Pyrrhemia, Kodama's Reach, Bring to Light. Like a lot of this is gonna have generic in it. We can't really avoid generic, I think, in this deck. Path to Exile. Yeah. Path to Exile, swords. So I think borrows Charm to protect from a board wipe. That's true. Artifacts. Okay. So I think what we can do, why'd you cut the Mythos? It just feels kind of meh. Like the Mythos are cool. I just don't know how I feel about them. They are good new cards. That's not how you spell Mythos. Okay, Mythos. So, search your library for a card. Put a card in your graveyard. Shuffle it. Font. I think the reason why we cut the Mythos is because of the generic, but at the same time, the generic is okay. Destroy target non-land permanent if a creature... The permanent's good. Maybe adding the Mythos back in there. Each player chooses an artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker from among non-permanents they control, sacrifices the rest. That's a board wipe. That's a card. Mythos of Snap Decks is funny for you at least. Yeah, that kind of does hurt me a lot. Crackling Doom. This is, yeah. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures she controls. Oh me, oh my. We have one slot left. One slot. What are we gonna fill it with? What are we gonna fill it with? This is a creature heavy deck, which is fair. Ooh, Eerie Ultimatum is pretty sweet. It's a good recursion. What should we add for our last card, you guys? Veil of Summer? Veil of Summer. That's true. Draw a card if opponent of the castle. So we don't draw a card. We might not draw a card, but we can protect ourselves. That might be good. Protection is good. That's why we have a Teferi's protection in here as well. So maybe a Veil of Summer. Okay. You always draw the card. Let's see. That's fair, actually. Cyclonic Rift, boom. That's hexproof though, isn't it? Suppose you control can be countered this turn. You gain hexproof from blue and from black until then. Yeah, and just for my peace of mind. This is the first deck I think I've never run a Soul Ring in. Each, so it doesn't target, so Psych-Rift doesn't do much again there. But at worst, like if it's a game with no blue or red, at least cycles for green. Yeah. Okay. How are you guys feeling about this? Should we add anything? Should we remove anything? Like, what are you feeling about this? Do we want to put Nyx Bloom back in? Do we want to take Nyx Bloom back out? I'm actually feeling pretty good about this mana base, but everything else, how are we feeling about this? Do we want to take anything out? Because so far we got a lot of stuff going on. We have reduction, mana guys, which are good. Got some good fixing. Nyx Bloom is in... Wait, Nyx Bloom in, so blue isn't unavailable. Yes, that is true. Because that'll help out with our infinite blueless mana. So we now have to remove one card, or we can remove more and supplement some stuff in here. There aren't any sinks for blue. Yeah, but then again, having that in there can help make Progenitus easier, can help pay the cost for, say, like, Door to Nothingness. Because we can just tap our guy once, and boom, Door to Nothingness. Cut Ramos. Well, Ramos can pay... I definitely think one or two of those Wooburg spells can be cut. I really want to keep Ramos because that's gonna... I think Ramos is good. Okay, one or two of the Wooburg spells can be cut. Okay, so our Wooburgs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe cutting Yidris? I don't know how I feel about Yidris, actually. Ramos is a dragon. Yeah, Ramos is a dragon, yeah. Maybe removing Yidris. I don't know. Maybe Nimazid has... Yeah, let's remove him. Let's remove him. Where are you, buddy? Boink. Yeah, and Yidris does seem kind of meh in here. I would agree with that sentiment. Thank you for agreeing with me. Bum bum bum. We are now at 99 cards. Child of Allura destroys every single theme. So it's a really good threat. Because it's a board wipe on a creature. I think that's good. Chromanticore, I feel iffy about. I like Chromanticore because I feel like I would be casting it for its bestow more than anything else. Have you considered adding a companion? Let's look at the companions. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I have an idea. So we have 6 cards. So 6. Oh wait, no. We can't do them for a companion. I just realized. Okay. Companion. Okay. Can't do Obosh. Cannot do Gyruda. Cannot. Nope. Macro Sage. Yeah, somebody in chat mentioned that earlier. Starting deck contains only creatures with CMC cost 3 or greater. That's not going to work. And the reason why that won't work is because we have Biomancer's Familiar. We have Bloom Tender. Those are actually, I think, really important. It wouldn't require many cuts, but I think that those two are pretty big. Yeah, the Biomancer has an adapt, but it's 2 mana for a cost reduction, and I think that's good. Zirda is... where is she? She has 3 mana. Penim's effective might be gone. That's true. Yeah, no. That cuts too much of what we need, because we need the training grounds. Yeah, I don't like, it was suggested earlier, but I don't think you have any activated abilities that take generic anymore. Yeah, but we still have stuff like Zirda in here, and we still have stuff like... we actually have a lot of stuff that does some generic in here. Well, not a lot, but a good chunkaroo. Oh, I don't know. Kenrith does need to be cut, I think, actually. Just seems okay. I mean, yeah, we can pay 3 to gain 5, but he is a haste enabler, though. Can Jegantha be your companion? I don't think we could do that in Commander because it's the same card. I don't believe I could do that. Training Grounds and Biomancers were suggestions earlier. I don't think they actually do anything in this deck. I guess. We do have Chrome. Well, no, Chrome actually doesn't have any activated generic. Okay, so y'all want to chuck Zirda, Training Grounds, Biomancer's Familiar. I think that's it. Let's see. I still like Blue Tender because it gives us some mana, and our curve is going to be extremely high. I forgot to cut Kenrith. I'll cut Kenrith soon. And still Energy we really liked. That would be the only issue. Well, no, we can't. I really don't think we should do Karuga, because if we do Karuga, we lose the stone, the boots. The stone and the boots. The stone, though, is essentially really good, because we can just use my mana there and just keep getting... I don't know. The companion play is the Boros one. It's just... each permanent card in your starting deck has an activated ability. We don't have... all of these don't have activated abilities. I really think we shouldn't do a companion. I think we should avoid companions because this is creating really complex restrictions on our deck that are going to kind of disassemble what we've built, and I don't think we should do that. I really think we should just avoid doing a companion. Simply because the restrictions are just I don't think so. So really, now we gotta go back over here. Now we have 96 cards, so we have to add 4 more. Which I think is kind of okay, because we can add some more mana dorks probably, and maybe some, like a Croson Grip, or Beast Within, gifts, you know. Card draw spells. Yes. What are some good card? Oh my gosh. Shamanic Revelation. Well, no, I read that wrong. I keep reading it backwards. Draw a card for each creature you control. I don't know. What are we gonna add? What are we gonna add? Shamanic probably does less than Tidings would in this, yeah. Draw 4. Yeah. Boink. Just kind of seeing if we can find anything like that would be really good in here. For card draw. Now I have 4 cards to add in. Wait, did I remove Kenrith? 5 cards to add in. Because I forgot I did not remove Kenrith. No particular reason not to just play a bunch of blue draw spells. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Oh, yeah, Ristic Study would be good in there, huh? Ristic Study just seems like a good decision, I think, in any blue deck. 4 more slots. Cephalids. Cephalid Tribal. I love how cute he is. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how cute this art is. I think he's cute. Let's see. If only we could do X, but alas, we cannot. Dramatic reversal. Yeah, actually. Dramatic reversal. Wait. Dramatic reversal with dramatic reversal in the scepter, the Isochron. We could do Isochron Scepter and dramatic reversal. So we can untap it and... What do you think about that? Yeah, what do you think? Isochron and and dramatic reversal. What do you guys think of that? I mean, you could if you want to live that life. Well, now y'all are... I don't know. We have 4 more slots. I don't know what we should do here. I want to run X spells, but it just, with the commander, it doesn't make too much sense. What about crew... I don't know about crew fix. We could do... effective but boring. Yeah, you could add in some dorks or rocks and all of the mana. We could add dorks and rocks, to be honest. Maybe more mana dorks, because that'll give us some creatures in a creature heavy deck. What about what is the name of this card that I'm thinking of? Binding of Thassa. Sorry, force of habit. We could. Why not? Honestly, really, why not? And for card draw, we have a Heuristic Study. I do want more card draw in here. What do you think about like a Binding of Thassa? Hello. So like a Binding of Thassa, or like maybe like a Coastal Piracy. It feels like this deck plays defense till it kills everyone at once. Whenever creature control does combat damage to an opponent, draw a card. So essentially the same thing, except creatures your opponents control attack this turn to Fable. We are currently brewing, if you're going that route, maybe Cold Ice Selkie. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I do not have my notifications popped on, so I don't know what just happened, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you. Thank you. Cold Eye. Whenever it deals combat damage to player, you may draw that card. How many cards? I don't know, because that will just draw me 1 card. Well, thank you for the host. Thank you. Experimental Frenzy could be funny. Mental Frenzy. That's not how you spell frenzy. Top card of your library. You may play the top card of your library. You can't put... That restriction makes me nervous. Yikes. I really do think that we just should add some card draw in here. Timna. Beginning of your post-combat main phase, you may pay X life, where X is the damage. I feel like the life loss makes me nervous. Brewing, you get the 5-color deer companion thing. Yes, that's what we are brewing. We're at kind of the end stretch here. We need 3 more cards. And we're thinking of trying to find ways to get some good card draw in here. Which is proving to be quite difficult. Maybe we should cut open the armory. I don't know. I do like that I tutors for an aura though. I mean, 5 just easy draw spells. So let's get some good draw spells in here then. I mean, Timna, I'm worried about the life loss thing here. Fact or Fiction is pretty good. Whoa. Oh, that's why. 5 years later, my public services. Arcanus. Oh, lordy. Fact or fiction. You could play brainstorm. That's just a very minimal spell. Just play a blue, draw 3. Let's look at Arcanus. Let's see. Sylvan Library. At the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. You choose 2 cards you've drawn in this hand. For each of those cards, pay 4 life. Ooh. The life pay is what makes me nervous because we don't have a... It is a 40 card. I don't know. I'm getting nervous again. Atelier is kind of like card draw. There isn't really a budget on this deck. I'm just kind of building. The price is, it's pretty up there. Okay. We need 1 more card. I feel like Arcanus is okay. That cost kind of hurts, but the tap draw 3 isn't too bad. Keeper of Fables. It's in all caps. Whenever one of our hunters draw a card. We do have some humans in here, not a ton, but enough. Should we put Arcanus in here? Yeah, Keeper of Fables just feels kind of, I don't know. My brain, it's not a card draw, but what about Elixir of Immortality? There's an argument to make the deck more focused on color pips. Like with 5 color, we actually took out 5 color Niv. We didn't really feel it was kind of what we were going for. But then again, I might edit this deck later on. We'll see. Keeper Fables is far from the best. Yeah. I need to take this off caps. Spell costs 2 less to cast if agreed upon control the game for a death touch. Yeah. We are not doing a companion added on. We do have Sylvan Library already in here. Is the thing to fill it. We already have Sylvan Library though. Yoink, we need 1 more card. So my thing is, what should that last card be? My 5 color is hard because the slots are crazy. So what should we do for the last one? I don't know. 1 counterspell when there's not many just doesn't feel kind of right to me. Like if we're gonna run 1, we should run more. Let's see. What is the Ruinous Ultimatum? Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. Honestly, maybe doing the Ruinous Ultimatum. Maybe the Ruinous Ultimatum, because it's a good board wipe. This is hard, honestly. Fill in the last spot. I don't know. Maybe you kind of have the infinite mana to cast that thing. So maybe just doing the Ruinous Ultimatum. Boink. Triple white, double red, black is not going to happen before you have like 12 lands. Yeah. Adversary is decentish. Green card draw. Painful Truths. What is Painful Truths? Draw X cards and those X for X's number of mana. So that gives us 5 colors. That's not horrible. Well, no, not 5 colors. 3 cards. Spark double for a second commander. Because it gets rid of the legendary, doesn't it? And you know, worse comes to worse. Worse for worse, with Spark double we could copy like Progenitus or something. You know, it caps at 3 and you can't even use the elk mana, sadly. Yeah, Jegantha cannot do generic. So unfortunately it would only pay for 1. Brilliant Spectrum. Draw X cards where X is the number of colors of mana. It's not gonna work with Jegantha. I mean, it'll work with my lands. Maybe just Helm of the Host. Let's see. Helm of the Host. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a common of quick creature. The token gains haste. What do you think of Helm of the Host? What do you think of Helm of the Host? Okay, Helm of the Host or Spark Double? Okay, so chat. Type a 1 for Helm, type a 2 for Spark Double. Let's see. Or another card draw. Ah! Maybe we do need a card draw. 1 for Helm, 2 for Spark. 1 vote for Helm, 2 votes for Spark. Let's see. A lot of your cards don't work with your commander already. Can't expect to run the commander all the time. Brilliant Spectrum will draw 5 cards all the time and let you pitch your worst 2. We do need card draw. And I like this better because the other one made us lose life. Always rely solely on your commander. No, I think maybe... we're having way too many ideas for this last one. Revelation. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Okay, Rishkar's Expertise is good card draw. That is also too. Actually, yeah. Yeah, no. Rishkar, yeah, that's the move. Actually, Rishkar's Expertise is the move. Okay, Rishkar's Expertise. Alrighty. We have 100 cards. So now what we're going to do is we're going to name this deck. Okay. So this deck is like base Simic. There's a lot going on here. Yeah. So we need to name it. So what are we gonna name this deck? It is gonna be the V1, and here's what's gonna happen. This deck will be posted later this week. The Simic Rainbow Deer. This deck will be posted later this week, and what I'm probably going to do is Rainbow Deer is a good start. Possibly tweak, fine-tune this because I need to eat dinner. I'm probably going to like sit aside tomorrow and fine-tune this a little bit, but essentially I love how this is. This is the V1, and then the final version will go up on Sunday. Taste the rainbow venison. Okay, I like that actually. Rainbow venison V1 cries in coalition victory. I appreciate the chaotic energy of this list. Okay, let me make sure I got that right. Coalition. I can't spell. It's a coalition victory. Coalition victory. Beautiful. Cries and coalition victory. V1 was brewed with chat on 4/21/2020. I do like that name. I'm glad you also like the chaotic nature of this list. I do too. Okay. Taste the rainbow venison V1. Ooh, jeez. My back. It is killing me. So everybody, how are you feeling with what we have right here? Why is everybody using Snapdax in Brawl? I unfortunately can't answer that for you because I haven't built any new Brawl decks with the commanders yet. Boom, boom, boom. I do like the card though, I'm not gonna lie. So chat says, you love it, and I'm glad you do. Yeah, I'm sorry you got here for the last card, friend. I really am. I like that it costs $800. It's the mana base. Okay. So what's going to happen is this. This is going to be the V1 of the deck. And then a V2 will be posted and updated for you guys on Sunday. Wink, wink. I'm very excited for you guys to see that. I'm going to take some time to pour over this deck, and because when you're streaming, you kind of have to be like very like active with chat, and so sometimes my brain gets kind of foggy. So what I'm going to do is going to take the time to kind of pour over the pages of each card and see how I feel with each of these, and then the updated list will go up on Sunday. I'll send you a set of my unhinged frame Auber duels with that Chilean altar, and you can make it a proper $3,000 deck. I love it. Okay, guys. So Taste the Rainbow Venison version 1 is complete. You guys will see the next version coming up on Sunday, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I think we're good tonight. We went a little over time, but that's fine because we wanted to get this as done as we could, because oh my gosh, this was a difficult one. I really didn't think this would be as difficult as I expected it to be, but it really, the restrictions on companions are pretty great, but I think that kind of is half the fun and half the battle when you're brewing a deck. I'm glad you liked the deck building stream. I'm so happy that you did. I was a little bit nervous with this concept of making a deck building stream, but I'm glad that you like it, because I think it's very fun, and it kind of pushes me to brew and think about synergies that I never really would consider. 5 colors is definitely out of my comfort zone. I've only done 2 5-color decks. One of them was Changelings, which was tribal, and the other one was Slivers, which is tribal. So the fact that this is not a 5-color tribal deck really kind of put me a little on edge, but I like it. So whew, thanks you guys so very much for joining me on this deck building stream. I'm gonna sit back, relax, and eat some dinner. Keep an eye out for the updated V2 version coming soon, later this week. And please, 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 please stay safe. Wash your hands, practice social distancing, be kind to one another, especially during these quarantine times. I'm 100% serious. And brewing is one of the best parts of magic. It is. I love brewing so much, and incorporating it into my content is something that I've wanted to do for a while. And so this and some other fun stuff have kind of made me give me the push that I needed to do something like this. So thanks so much for joining me 2.5 hours later. We nailed it, you guys. I love you. I'm proud of y'all for working on this with me, because this was really out of my comfort zone, and I could tell y'all were pushing me, and I love that because I need the push. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab some dinner. You guys have a good night, and thank you so much for joining me. Alrighty,